Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, and the host of this show, the Take Your Life Back Today show. It's a day after Memorial Day, and here we are again with a new show, a new episode. I want to talk about the effect of addiction on families. What effects does it have? According to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration's, otherwise known as SAMHSA, 2014 National Survey on Drug Use and Health, 21.5 million people aged 12 years and above had a substance use disorder, friends, including drugs and or alcohol addictions. Substance abuse and addiction exert a huge impact on family life of countless individuals who suffer from devastating effects of these addictions. Far too many of these people do not receive the help they need in order to overcome these problems in their daily lives, and subsequently their families suffer alongside of them. How does addiction affect family life? When a family member has a drug or alcohol addiction, they have a disease that has the power to affect and hurt their entire family, including parents, children, brothers, sisters, grandparents, or any family member who is a part of their life. An addiction can cause tension, miscommunication, and much more frequent arguments within a household, raising the stress levels and negativity all are within the unhealthy atmosphere. The unpredictability of a family member who compulsively takes drugs or alcohol can cause anxiety, emotional pain, stress, and a loss of trust, because the individual often can't be counted on to follow through with what they say. Job instability, late nights, and erratic and abnormal behavior may all result from an addiction in a way that damages a family's foundation. The addicted individual can get unfocused. They can get forgetful or distracted, as more often than not, their mind is solely on their addiction. Due to these things, my friends, surrounding family members may have to take on greater responsibilities, causing even more strain and a variety of negative emotions like maybe blame, resentment, hate, anger, and even fear. As trust continues to falter, family members are on edge as they strive to stay aware of the different lies their addicted family members may create to explain or deny their behaviors. Damaging family ties. No two families are the same in America. From single-parent families to step families to foster families, and, of course, to multi-generational families. The family dynamic each addicted individual experiences is vastly different. Financially, the financial instability, a family member may have to be on guard for theft, as addicted individuals may steal money or valuables to pawn in an attempt to finance their addiction. A person may not be able to fulfill their job responsibilities due to the effects of their addiction, to the extent that they lose their job and they are unemployed. Isolation, drugs, and alcohol exert a heavy influence on a person's cognitive functioning, judgment, and sense of inhibition. Thus, the addicted family member may say and or do things which can greatly embarrass a family, to the extent that they withdraw from family or social activities, causing an extreme sense of isolation. Enabling a hallmark of addiction within a family dynamic, enabling behaviors allow the addicted individual to continue forward in their destructive patterns of abuse, due to the way family members' actions protect them from the consequences of their lifestyle. Codependency. This dysfunctional relationship is very, very commonplace within families and heavily linked to patterns of enabling. Continuing Damage, a Samsar publication published Substance Abuse Treatment and Family Therapy, informs us that the negative repercussions of addiction within a family can linger for many, many generations. Specifically, that intergenerational effects of substance abuse can have a negative impact on role modeling, trust, and concepts of normative behavior, which can damage the relationships between generations. The devastating impact on children. If a parent or a family member has an addiction, it greatly impacts children of all ages, and they commonly suffer or get hurt in some sort of respect. When a person has an addiction, they may forget to care for the needs of their child. As the pursuit of finding and using more substances or the resulting illnesses these substances may cause may detract from their responsibilities. The absence of a parent in a child's life can create problems, as they may no longer be attuned to their child's needs. They may fail to provide basic and necessary care, such as providing or preparing meals, keeping their child clean, or attending to any other important needs, such as schoolwork or concerns of social problems. A child may be forced to care for these essential needs for either themselves or their siblings on their own. What this essential means is that they may create a wall of denial to keep themselves from dealing with the reality of their parents. By attempting to step up and act as a role of the parent, provider, or caregiver, safety is also a huge concern for these children, as an addicted individual may not be focused or be aware enough to keep their children from accidents or other adults who may wish their children some sort of harm. Substance abuse and addiction has been implicated in an increased risk of child abuse. Subsequently, children of abuse have been shown to have greater rates of substance use disorders later in their life, paired with the fact that the child of an addicted individual may already face increased rates of addiction. This detrimental environment may be altering their life for a long term as the child grows up with these constant fears and problems. Their emotional and mental health may be compromised in a way that impacts their schooling, self-confidence, social development, and overall health and well-being. Negativism. Family members primarily communicate in a way that is geared towards creating a negative and harmful environment by complaining, condemning, or making others feel that way, making remarks towards each other. Parental inconsistency. If a parent or a child is addicted, the child can become confused if boundaries are not set for them, rules are not clearly delineated, and discipline is not enforced, creating a rocky family structure. Parental denial. When faced with clear indicators of abuse or addiction, a parent may still exhibit patterns of denial, asserting that there is no cause for concern and that their child does not have a problem. Friends, miscarried expression of anger. A child or a parent who develops strong emotions towards their toxic and emotionally unstable home life may find that they are unable or fearful of demonstrating their deep anger. As they suppress their feelings, they may even sometimes turn to drugs or alcohol to deal with their own pent-up thoughts or emotions. Self-medication. This is when a parent or a child further opens the door for drug or alcohol abuse as they continue to self-medicate in an attempt to deal with the emotions or mental health. Mental health concerns that may result from the environment overcoming denial. Many times people who are addicted don't even realize or believe they are causing such havoc within their own families. Unfortunately, they don't often view themselves as sick or suffering from a problem, so they don't reach out to anyone for help or not even for treatment. Because of this, they many times don't see the open eyes issues they are creating with their own loved ones, whereas family members may be aware of the intensity and the scope of their problems. Contact us if you or a loved one are considering treatment. Reach out for help at 844-405-HELP, because we can help each other take our lives back, and may God bless you and may God bless America. Get the help if you need it.